President Trump tells all USAID workers, you're fired, as anti-Trump protests are scheduled around the nation, including right here in the nation's capital. And Cory Booker sets the record for the longest Trump derangement syndrome rant. Here's the top 5 reasons why Trump is trending today. All right, coming at you live from the White House here with today's top 5. Obviously, the biggest news, the Wisconsin race, not over yet, too close to call. Also have the races down in Florida. Number one reason Trump trending today, all USAID workers are fired. The Trump administration has announced the immediate termination of all local and overseas USAID staff and diplomats. This decision follows the recent elimination of most USA-based USAID positions by Secretary Rubio. We know the long laundry list of wasteful spending, fraud, and abuse that is going on with this USAID. And for some reason, the Democrats want to see it continue. People that have a functioning brain want it to come to an end. We've seen the $44 million going for DEI programs in Burma. I mean, you guys know how crazy it gets and how nutty it is. So Donald Trump says enough is enough of this, and these workers have been laid off. And as they once told people, conservatives, people that were working jobs on the pipeline, learn to code. That was the message they were given. And so that is exactly what the USAID workers are going to have to do. Number 2 reason Trump is trending today, large anti-Trump protests are now scheduled to take place across the nation on Saturday, April 5th, this weekend, including right here in the nation's capital, where they expect about 12,000 Trump derangement syndrome patients to show up here, saying that they want President Donald Trump. I guess that this is an anti-hate. This is from the same people that want to keep MS-13 gang members in the country. They're saying stop hate. They're going to protest against Trump. This has all the earmarks of George Soros funding. So we're going to see how this all turns out. But also, too, in the briefing today, in the press briefing with Caroline Levitt, I had the pleasure of being in the briefing room, didn't get a question off, but Caroline Levitt was explaining just how horrific these barbaric crimes that have been committed by these gangbangers that have been allowed into the country by President Joe Biden and the Democrats, and the media seems unfazed by this whatsoever. They listened to this. It sounded like a rated R movie description, what Caroline Levitt was laying out in the press briefing, and all the media cared about was, oh, are you sure you have the right guys that you're deporting here? And so the media could care less about that. We know that the Democrats and the left-wing lunatics could care less about that as well. So they'll be here in the nation's capital this weekend as they try somehow to say stop hate, as if that has anything to do with what President Donald Trump is doing, obviously putting money back into the taxpayers' pockets, and the Democrats want that to come out of your pockets again with that. So we'll see how these protests go down. Number 3 reason Trump is trending today, more massive layoffs, this time for the health agencies, including the CDC and the FDA. More than 10,000 people laid off in these. Now, again, this is very similar to how people somehow think that the FDA and the CDC are keeping Americans healthy here when we have a health crisis in this country. Just like it's very similar to what we've seen with the education department. We've got billions and billions of dollars going into the education department, and kids are coming out dumber and dumber. We got billions and billions of dollars going into the health in this country, and people are coming out unhealthy. And so that is the same issue. We got an obesity crisis. We got all kinds of health concerns and crises here. And so Trump is getting rid of so many of these unnecessary workers at the FDA and the CDC. And so, of course, you know that they're throwing their arms up about this one as well. You would think that Trump is stopping surgeons from doing a heart surgery is what they want you to believe, that he's firing here. That is not the case. Getting rid of a lot of this wasteful, unnecessary positions that we have in these agencies that should eventually be wiped out altogether. Number 4 reason Trump is trending today, Cory Booker has set the record for the longest Trump derangement syndrome rant in history. This guy went on for 20 hours plus all day long. This guy went on, and now he's competing against the records in these other filibusters against Strom Thurmond. I know Ted Cruz had the long one there. Now those guys, they were filibustering a certain bill in mind, or there was a certain reason for why they were doing it. Cory Booker was doing this today. Just because he's anti-Trump. This was a complete meltdown. You could see the bug eyes that Cory Booker has here. This guy is not doing well. He's at a very high level of Trump derangement syndrome, and he went on and on, just at a complete rant. Basically, what he was doing was throwing a hissy fit and scalding the American people for how they voted on November 5th. He's just very upset that the American people got the president that they wanted, and he's not happy about it, and he made sure everybody knew about it, and that was his big huff and puff and piss fit on the floor today as he set the record, as I said, for the longest Trump derangement syndrome rant in history. Number 5 reason Trump is trending today, the First Lady Melania Trump makes an appearance at the 19th Annual International Women of Courage Award ceremony, saying during her speech, "Throughout my life, I have harnessed the power of love as a source of strength in challenging times. Today, we celebrate courage, a strength that is blessed in love." The First Lady looking elegant as always. Now, tomorrow we got a huge day here at the White House. It's going to be Liberation Day here. President Donald Trump has been building this up for a long time. I'll be here for it. Also, tomorrow we're going to find out more about the TikTok, whether or not this is going to continue to be a TikTok in America or it's not going to be. A lot of decisions have to be made on that. We expect to hear information on that tomorrow. So a lot more to come. I'll be bringing you the top 5 tomorrow from the White House here as well. If you enjoy these breakdowns, make sure you follow the podcast. You can hear the top 5 reasons why Trump is trending each and every day.
Trump is trending, he's everywhere. From the news to the cat babies in our air.